And this is why you see in astrology, there are so many different types of calculations and so many different house systems, and people will have different opinions on things, and people will have different interpretations of things, right? It's a system that is way more open to your intuitive interpretation, more so than human design is, because there's so many different ways and perspectives that we can bring to astrology. And so the way I see the two systems kind of differing as well, and like how are they helping us in a practical way, is that human design is this really incredible system for understanding like your energetic blueprint, your energetic operating system, your behavioral mechanics. Like it gives you this map, right? This map of like, how does my energy work? How do I engage with the world? How do I make decisions? What's the role I'm playing? And so it's incredible for that reason. But astrology, and especially when layered on top of human design, it gives us a much deeper perspective into a person's personality. It gives us a much deeper perspective on even the way a person will move through the world, or the pace in which they will move through the world. And it gives us a much broader perspective into the world around you. So this is how I often will explain it to clients, and that, your human design, we get a real sense of you and your energy field and what's going on with you. With your astrology, I can actually get a really good idea around like what your childhood was like. I can get a much deeper sense of things to do with your work and your career. I can get a much deeper sense of even things to do. Oh, is my speaker still working? Sorry, I just got a thing. Things to do with money and finances, so it's like astrology really broadens the scope. Thank you. It really broadens the scope so we can see a lot more, and we can get a real sense of not just what is going on with you, but we can get a real sense of like, but what's also happening in the world around you that influences your experience. It influences the way that you move through the world. So this is what I'm going to focus on tonight, is like the real benefit in weaving astrology with human design, or that you get with astrology, is this greater nuance and the potential for deeper self-awareness, whether that's of yourself or of your clients or the people around you. And then it also gives us so much more context and a much broader scope of your life. You can, when you understand astrology, you really do understand so much about a person. You can see a lot more that happens beyond the chart. When you're looking at someone's human design chart, you can see the potential for dysfunction, right? You can see the potential for their not self, but you don't ever really know what conditioning a person went through. You don't ever really know what the family environment was like. You don't get so much of a sense of that, right? You're kind of making, assumptions based on, well, this is the pattern I see, particularly of the not self.